Tuesday morning, and ain't God good, and won't he do it? Oh, yes, he will. Oh, yes, he will. I know my listener probably said, Lee Craft, Lee Craft, Lee Craft. You say the same thing every morning. I'm going to say Enoch, Ewok, Enoch. That means y'all sure know what to say. Look, today is Thankful Tuesday, right? And I want to give a shout out to my cousin, Amy Wiseman. Amy been inboxing me, so it's funny that we don't have each other's number. We first cousins, but that's how life is sometimes. What I'm saying? But I do know how to get in contact with her, and she know how to get in contact with me. But before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all those beautiful apps. Look for the animated black man with a white beard smiling and profiling and finally realizing y'all trying to size me up. Yeah, Amy. I want to give Amy a shout out. Amy been inboxing me and stuff. I said, Amy, give me a call. Well, I called her that morning. And she said, you don't get up until 10 o'clock. And I don't know nothing. I said, I ain't seen you by what? A while. We just started laughing. She said, Andrew, I said, I want a shirt. And I said, okay. I said, what size you want? She said, tell me, I just want an extra large. I said, okay. I said, that's cool. I'll get you a shirt. Normally I sell my merch and stuff. But I said, you know what? Amy surprised me. When I met up with her and I gave her the shirt, she said, how much for the shirt? I said, nothing. Thank you. Because the reason why I said nothing, because a lot of times, dealing with family, dealing with people, everybody wants something what? For free. When Amy asked me how much for the shirt, I said, wow. Now that's what I'm talking about right there, Amy. I said, but we sit there and laugh, and I saw some other cousin, Nancy, and haven't seen it in a while. Like I said, the only time we get together, sometimes people is we meet each other at church. If I don't go to church that Sunday, she might not be at church Sunday, or based on the time we see each other is on sad occasions. It's somebody's funeral, somebody's home going. And I talked to Amy and Nancy for a minute, and I said, we got to get together again. We got to start having those reunions again and stuff. I said, Nancy, I don't know if Amy was old enough then. So remember we had those talent shows at each of first talent shows at my grandparents' house, and we started moving around a little bit and have talent shows. And even though some of us didn't have no talents, but we all won. We all won. I know you're probably thinking, like, how can everybody win? Well, when you got family judging, y'all gonna win. It's just like let me give you an example. Your Heavenly Father, God, right? You got talents, right? And sometimes you think your talent don't measure up, but God gonna say, you know what? You still a winner. The only problem is we don't believe in ourselves that we are a winner, that we know that we're winners. And like I said, Amy, I want to give you a shout out, Amy. You haven't changed, but that's one thing about family, though. Family haven't seen each other in a while, but still come each other, man. Just laugh. I mean, we laugh. You probably say, crap, but every family ain't happy. No, my family, we like every other family too. We have our good days and we have our bad days, but at the end of the day, we make it work. We make it happen. Who goes through life without the eyebrow touching once or twice a month? I'm just saying, people, we want to live in this farce that no nothing bad happen in our family. Shit, the devil is a lie. All I'm saying to people, look. If you be honest with yourself, you'll go further in life. Instead of sitting there just trying to, what people got a tendency of saying, I gotta fake it till I make it. I understand a lot behind it sometimes, but what if you fake it till you make it, and you make it, and you keep on faking it? What do you have then? Because you get copy on. I'm just saying. So just be you until you make it. The real you is priceless. Amy, Nancy, Mary Jo, Frazier, all my relatives, I love each and every one of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, my cousin Dennis, who we grew up with about a year apart, haven't seen in a while, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got different schedules. And Dennis called me out the blue one day and said, hey, man, it's my birthday. You tell me happy birthday? I didn't call you last year until you had birthday. So why you call me and tell me until you had birthday? We started laughing. I said, you'll call me my birthday, tell me you had birthday. Well, that's different. It's always different. What's wrong with you? And that's how we talk to each other. That's how we laugh with each other. That's how we communicate. Ain't no bad blood, man. Ain't no bad blood. But you know, you had those days though. But like I said, this show right here is about Amy Wiseman and stuff. I want to give Amy a strong shout out because I say, Amy, do you listen to my podcast? How you know? You gotta listen to your podcast every night. I got people in my job listening to your podcast. Andrew, you got a good podcast. That's what she told me, you know. And I'm like, with a tip of mine. Because one thing about your family though, they're gonna be honest with you. If they like it, they're gonna tell you that they like it. If they don't like it, they say, I don't know about that one. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need sometimes. Somebody that people tell you the truth. So it's not to beat you down. It's to make you better. Now you go back and change some things up to do what I have to do. You know? And that's what I love about my families, man. I miss those days of going to my grandparents' house, what was called down to the house. You know, but years and stuff, I didn't really understand what down to the house meant. But think about it for a minute. Down to the house. That's the main house. You know what I'm saying? Then we used to go and do our laughs and do our celebrating stuff, you know, and all those things and stuff. I got a lot of stories, people. A lot of stories that are fun. You know, that's why I say, when you have one of those moments that you're not feeling too good, pull back into your memory bank and find that good happy moment and get you over that hump. That's why I always say that, you know. It ain't no fun if you can't have fun. That's what I always say. Lee Craft, you smile every day. Shoot, smile every day. I smile every day and I laugh every day, even when I'm not feeling happy. I gotta build it up. I gotta build it up. If there's some happiness in my heart today, I'm gonna show it. So I help somebody else along the way. Look, I've always said to people, you know how to be the best in order to get your best. You hear me? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You got to be great at something. As long as you get your best, people see that and say, you know what? He might not be no good singer, how you gonna say it? But I felt what he was saying. That's all I'm saying. He might not be no good writer, you know, but I felt what he was writing. He might not have good eyesight. That's why he walked into that wall. But I kept hitting that wall. The second, third, and fourth, fifth time. That's all I'm saying, people. When you put your best foot forward, people can feel that. And when they feel that energy coming from you, it makes them change to be a better version of themselves. So that's all I'm saying. So, Amy, if it's your job, Amy, tell your coworkers, hey, your cousin, I am your cousin Lee Craft, because they said they didn't believe that we were cousins. I am your cousin Lee Craft, and I do appreciate you for supporting me. And I know you're watching my show, but thank you, Amy. Thank you. And tell your coworkers, Amy, if they want a shirt, reach out to you. You know, we'll see what we can do. You know, they might not get the same deal you got, but we'll see what we can do. You know what I'm saying? That's how it happens. Because, like I told Amy, thank you. I can't thank you enough. When you told me how much, oh man, you just don't know what it did to me. It's right here. It's one love. So, with that being said, people, y'all got cousins like Amy that's happy to see you and happy to support you. Tell them thank you. That's what I did. So, and tell the one sitting on the passenger side of a sister ride, Nancy, I thank you too and love you too, Nancy. So, with that being said, Lee Craft, this is my podcast. What if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people if you want to have a real conversation. But before I close out, though, people, no matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing. It's going to be okay. I can guarantee you that. So please find time and make time to tell God, thank you.